Hello everyone, welcome to all of you. I am Dhruvil Patel from Kalol Institute of Technology and Research Center. Today I am going to explain about introduction of mechanics of solids. So let's start. So first point is introduction of mechanics of solids. And first question come up in my mind is that what is mechanics of solids? Mechanics of solids is the branch of continuum mechanics that studies the behavior of solid materials, especially their motion and deformation under the action of forces, temperature changes, phase changes, and other external or internal agents. A solid is a material that can support a substantial amount of shearing force over a given time scale during a natural or industrial process or action. Engineers are keen to use the laws of mechanics to actual field problems. Applications of law of mechanics to field problems is termed as engineering mechanics. The various bodies on which engineers are interested to apply laws of mechanics may be classified as solid and fluids. Stone, steel, concrete, etc. are the example of solids, while water gases are the example of fluids. So next point is basic terminologies in mechanics. You can see that the following are the terms basic to the study of mechanics, which should be understood clearly. First point is mass. The quantity of the matter possessed by a body is called mass. The mass of a body will not change unless the body is damaged and part of it is physically separated. If the body is taken out in spacecraft, the mass will not change but its weight may change due to the change of gravitational force. The body may even become weightless when gravitational force vanishes but the mass remains the same. The next point is space. The geometric region in which study of body is involved is called space. A point in the space may be referred with respect to a predetermined point by a set of linear or angular measurements. The reference point is called the origin and the set of measurements as coordinates. If the coordinates involved are only in mutually perpendicular directions, they are known as Cartesian coordination. If the coordinates involve angle as well as the distance, it is termed as polar coordinate system. Now next point is time. The time is the measure of succession of event. The successive event selected is the rotation of Earth about its own axis and this is called a day. To have convenient units of various activities, a day is divided into 24 hours and an hours into 60 minutes and a minutes into 60 seconds. Clocks are the instrument developed to measure time. In the study of statics, time does not play important role. In dynamics, time is very important parameters. In all system of units, unit of time is second. Next point is length. It is a concept to measure linear distance. The distance of a cylindrical may be 300 mm. The height of a building may be 15 meter and the distance between two cities may be 400 km. Actually, meter is the unit of length. However, depending upon the size involved, micro, milli or kilometer, units are used for measurements. Next point is continuum. A body consists of several matters. It is well known fact that each particles can be subdivided into molecules, atoms and electrons. It is not possible to solve any engineering problems by treating a body as a conglomeration of such discrete particles. The body is assumed to be a continuous distribution of matter. In other words, the body is treated as continuum. Next point is rigid body. A body is said to be rigid if the relative positions of any two particles do not change under the action of the forces acting on it. Next point is particle. A particle may be defined as an object which has only mass and no size. Theoretically speaking, such a body cannot exist. However, in dealing with problems involving distance considerably larger compared to the size of the body may be treated as a particle without sacrificing accuracy. For example, a bomber aeroplane is a particle for a gunner operating from the ground. Next one is a ship in mid-sea is a particle in the study of its relative motion from a control tower. And last one is, in the study of movement of the earth in celestial sphere, earth is treated as a particle. Next one is deformable body. When a body deforms due to a force or a torque, it is said a deformable body. Materials generate stress against deformation. Now next point is units. Length, mass and time are the fundamental units used in mechanics. The units of all other quantities may be expressed in terms of these basic units. The three commonly used systems are meter, kilogram, second (mks), centimeter, gram, second (cgs), foot, pound, second (fps). The systems are named after the units used to define the fundamental quantities length, mass and time. Using these basic units, the units of the other quantity can be found. For example, in MKS, the units for various quantities are area, volume, velocity, acceleration, momentum, force. And different units are described in this table. Units, the area of unit is meter square. The volume, unit of volume is meter raised to 3. Unit of velocity is meter per second square, and so on. So next one is fundamental units of SI system. So you can see over here physical quantity, unit and symbols. The length, meter and small m. The physical quantity of mass, its unit is kilogram and its symbol is kg. The next physical quantity is time. Its unit is second and symbol is s. Next physical quantity is temperature. Its unit is Kelvin. Its symbol is K. Next point is SI units. Presently, the whole world is in the process of switching over to SI system of units. And SI unit stands for the System International D- Units or International System of Units. As in MKS units, in SI also, the fundamental units are meters for length, kilograms for mass and second for time. The difference between MKS and SI system arises mainly in selecting the unit of force. In MKS, unit of force is kiloweight, while in SI units it is Newton. As we have already seen, 1 kg weight is equal to 9.81 Newton. The prefix used SI units when quantity are too big or too small are shown in table. You can see in this table multiplying factor, prefix and its symbols. Next point is principal SI units. In this table, you can see different physical quantities, its units and symbols. Please pause this video and read all the physical quantities, symbols and its units. Next point is unit conversion. The first unit conversion is 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter is equal to 1000 mm. 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter. 1 centimeter square is equal to 100 mm square. 1 meter square is equal to 10 raised to 6 mm square. 1 kilo is equal to 9.81 Newton, approx 10 Newton. 1 kilometer is equal to 10 raised to 3 Newton. 1 megapascal is equal to 1 Newton per mm square. 1 gigapascal is equal to 10 raised to 3 Newton per mm square. 1 pascal is equal to 1 Newton per meter square. So these are the unit conversion. Next one is scalar quantity. A scalar quantity is one which can be completely specified by its magnitude only. For example, length, mass, distance, density, area, temperature, volume, speed, time, energy, work, moment of inertia. Next one is vector quantity. A vector quantity is one which requires magnitude and direction both to completely specify it. For example, displacement, force, weight, velocity, angular displacement, acceleration, angular velocity, momentum, angular acceleration, moment, impulse. So thank you for watching this video and please like and share this video. Thank you very much.